Jackson leaned against the counter at the boutique, trying to look busy. The shop was unusually quiet, and he was bored. The bell above the door jingled as a young girl walked in, her eyes wide as she looked at the colorful prom dresses on display. She was dressed in jeans and a hoodie, which didn't seem very fitting for a boutique that specialized in fancy dresses. Jackson didn't recognize her, and he immediately felt uneasy. In his experience, unfamiliar faces often meant trouble. "Can I help you?" Jackson asked, his voice lacking warmth. The girl gave him a polite but cautious smile. "Hi, I'm looking for a prom dress. My mom, she owns this store, said I could come by." Jackson raised an eyebrow, skeptical. "Really? I don't remember seeing you here before." The girl's smile wavered. "I don't come here often. I'm Miriam." "Okay, Miriam, just don't touch anything without asking," Jackson said, his tone laced with suspicion. He watched as she moved towards the racks, lightly running her fingers over the dresses. A few minutes later, Jackson saw Miriam holding a dress and heading towards the fitting room. His heart raced. From his perspective, it looked like she was trying to steal it. He quickly walked over and blocked her path. "Excuse me, Miriam. What do you think you're doing?" Jackson demanded, his voice sharp. Miriam looked up, startled and confused. "I'm just going to try this dress on. I'm planning to buy it." Jackson raised his voice. "You can't just take things without paying. I saw you heading towards the fitting room with that dress. I'm sure you're planning to steal one of the dress." Miriam's eyes filled with tears. "No, that's not true. I'm not stealing. I'm just—" "Save it," Jackson interrupted. "I'm calling the police." Miriam's face turned pale. "Please don't. You don't understand. Before she could explain further, Ashley, another worker at the boutique, came in from the back room. She had heard the commotion and came to see what was happening. "Jackson, what's going on?" Ashley asked, clearly concerned. "This girl, Miriam, she's trying to steal from us," Jackson said, still glaring at Miriam. Ashley's eyes widened in shock. "Wait, what? That's Jessica's daughter." Jackson looked from Miriam to Ashley, confusion replacing his anger. "Jessica's daughter? Are you sure?" "Yes," Ashley confirmed. "Miriam is Jessica's daughter. She doesn't come here often, but I've seen her before." Jackson's face flushed with embarrassment. "Oh no, I didn't know. I'm so sorry, Miriam." Miriam wiped her eyes, a mix of anger and hurt on her face. "You made me feel like a criminal. I was just trying to find a dress." "I'm really sorry," Jackson said, his voice now sincere but flustered. "I should have asked first. I let my assumptions get the better of me." Miriam nodded slowly, still upset. "I'll tell my mom what happened." Jackson watched as Miriam walked out, her head high despite her tears. He turned to Ashley, who was shaking her head in disappointment. "That was completely unprofessional," Ashley said, her voice steady but full of disapproval. "You should have known better." I know, Jackson said, rubbing the back of his neck. "I let my biases get in the way. I should have been more careful." Ashley sighed. "It's too late now. You've done a lot of damage." Later that evening, Jessica arrived at the boutique, clearly upset. She walked straight up to Jackson and Ashley, her anger apparent. "What happened here today was unacceptable," Jessica said, her voice firm. "Jackson, you accused my daughter of stealing. You publicly embarrassed her and jumped to conclusions without knowing the facts." Jackson shifted nervously. "I'm really sorry, Jessica. I made a mistake and I want to make it right." Jessica's expression stayed stern. "An apology isn't enough. This was a serious breach of trust. We need to take steps to make sure this doesn't happen again." Jackson's shoulders sagged. "I understand. I'll do whatever it takes to fix this." Jessica turned to Ashley. "What do you think we should do?" Ashley took a deep breath. "Jessica, Jackson's actions were not only unprofessional but also hurtful. This isn't something we can just overlook." Jessica nodded in agreement. "I agree. Jackson, I'm afraid we can't keep you here. Your behavior today has shown that you don't fit with our values or the respect we expect in this boutique." Jackson's face fell. "You're firing me?" "Yes," Jessica said firmly. "It's the only way to maintain the integrity of this store and show that such behavior won't be tolerated." Jackson nodded slowly, accepting the decision. "I understand. I'm sorry for everything." Jackson packed up his belongings from the boutique, each item a reminder of his recent mistake. His face was a mixture of shame and resignation. He had lost his job, and more importantly, he had damaged the trust and respect of his colleagues. As he walked out of the store for the last time, the weight of his actions pressed heavily on him. He knew he had a lot to learn from this experience, and the path to redemption would be long and challenging. Before he could leave, Mariam, Jessica's daughter, approached him. Her expression was still marked by the hurt from earlier, but there was a sense of resolve in her eyes. Jackson stood still, bracing himself for whatever she might say. Mariam took a deep breath and spoke with a mixture of sadness and strength. "I'm really upset about what happened today," she said. "It hurt to be treated that way, especially in a place that's supposed to be welcoming. But I want you to know that I'm choosing to forgive you. I hope this experience helps you learn and grow, and that you become a better person because of it." Jackson was deeply moved by her words. He had expected anger or resentment, but instead, he was met with compassion. "Thank you, Mariam," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. "I'm really sorry for what I did. I promise I'll work hard to learn from this mistake and be better in the future." With that, Jackson left the boutique, his mind swirling with thoughts of how he could make amends and improve himself. He knew that forgiveness was just the beginning of his journey toward change. Back at the boutique, Jessica, the store owner, and Ashley, one of the workers, began to tackle the aftermath of the incident. They knew that restoring the boutique's reputation and ensuring a positive environment for everyone would require more than just apologies. Jessica was determined to make sure that the boutique remained a place of respect and inclusivity. She took immediate action by introducing new training programs for all staff members. These programs focused on preventing biases, improving customer service, and creating a welcoming atmosphere for everyone. Jessica also updated the store's protocols to address any future misunderstandings and to ensure that all employees treated customers with fairness and respect. Ashley, who had witnessed the incident firsthand, supported Jessica's efforts wholeheartedly. She helped implement the new training and was actively involved in fostering a more inclusive environment at the boutique. Together, they worked to ensure that such an incident would never happen again and that the boutique would become a model of positive change in the community. As the days went by, the boutique slowly began to heal from the incident. Jessica and Ashley's efforts to improve the store's practices were met with positive feedback from customers and staff alike. The boutique became a place where everyone could shop comfortably, knowing they would be treated with kindness and respect. Jackson, meanwhile, continued to reflect on his actions. He sought out additional training and counseling to better understand his mistakes and work on his personal growth. Though his time at the boutique had ended, the lessons he learned were shaping his path forward, and he was committed to making a positive difference in his life and the lives of others. Through this challenging period, both the boutique and Jackson learned valuable lessons about understanding, respect, and the importance of second chances. The story of the boutique's recovery and Jackson's journey became a testament to the power of forgiveness and growth. What do you think about this story? Leave a comment below this video. Thanks for watching.